Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Learner and I am Teza. Welcome back to HTML tutorials for beginner. So today will be part 3. If you missed it, so please go back and watch the videos because we cannot skip like part 1, part 2, so that you will understand more. So I want to recap in this video as you can see on my screen. So last week we have done the head elements. So whenever we say head section or so head tag, so that should be the better way is to say head elements. So we have a head elements that we use it for our website resources. Like encoding, so that is more important. And also it has to be at the top, and we have a viewport that we discussed last week, and also all the HTML title, and we have description and canonical and all these, like adding our style sheet, JavaScript. So that is a very important to add in our head elements. So don't confuse that when I say head section. So that will be head elements. And also in the right side, so like I've been telling, I am using and referencing the Google development, the HTML learning course. So as you can see on my right screen, so if you want it, you go ahead and learn it. So I want to make a big shout out. And also today I will cover a little bit from the Mozilla. So Mozilla has because we have a browser like Firefox, and we have a Chrome. So they are the one that building all the making like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So that will be a better way to learn from Google and the Mozilla developer. So now I want to show you this screen that meta tag, because when you see my Visual Studio Code, my head elements have a few screen, and meta tag, you won't see much as compared to the Google has it, because I want to cover my course, like my video for you are beginner, so that will be most often used for your HTML coding. So and also I want to a little bit talk about the what if, what are the things that we can include. So we have this, you can see here it's a Twitter, so all the Twitter description, UL, and everything. So we can add more meta tags inside our head elements. So it will be beyond our tutorial because the thing is, if you want to post it your website on your social media, so what we're gonna see the difference is if you do not add the more meta tag, so now you can see the screen that the social media posts without the you can see here's a we don't know how many likes and what is the comments, what is the share, so we do not see that's why I've been telling meta is it's not like a meta company, it's like a metadata. So I want to see how many likes, how many share. So if you want to see it, you can add more meta tags, so that now you're gonna see the now you can see that what time the post is added, and also how many tweets and how many people has liked. So this is we can add more meta tags inside our head elements. So that is like I said, it will be beyond our tutorial, so I will not go in deep for it because we might not use it very often. So back to my tutorial. So that will be complete head elements and learning for our beginner level. So the next step, what I will do is you see that just now I will just remove everything, and I will put my script tag to the top if you're following. So I want to put it back at the head, at the top head elements in between, so that it's the same. So Google just make recommending to add a script at the bottom. So like I said, you can add it different ways. It's last video we have learned everything. So this week we're gonna learn the semantic. So that will be the next HTML topics that will be here. So back to the Google course, so it will be learning semantic HTML elements. So when you see the semantic HTML element, you might think that, let me write it on here. So you might think that, oh, do we have a semantic tag? So now you're gonna type the semantic and then press tab key. So this does not, have the semantic tag in our HTML, because actually the semantic, whenever people say semantic, this is just like an English word that systematically or semantically. So because when we write code, so we have 50, 60, 80, even like 100 overs like HTML elements. So now, very good example, Google has it now. I have this like div. Even let me show you my portfolio website that I did. Because I really created the portfolio website. So now we have a tag, UL, and again we're gonna have a div. So so semantic is we are going toward to be a user-friendly, developer-friendly, and we want to be like a UI UX designer. We want to be a front-end web developer. So we can write, as you can see on my screen, I can write it. So anyhow, so I can write it. So anyway, that will, so for me to understand, but if you want to build a website, with a team, so you have another developer. So we have a team developers that need to write code together, because simple website, you might not need like 2-3 people working. But if you're building really big website, like I show you, Amazon.com, and maybe a different website, that really big thing. So you're gonna need a different web developers that working together. But now, so people see that everything is div. So back to the the Google, the course that now they are saying, so semantic and no semantic is you are writing code, everything using div. Here you can see that everything is div, and you cannot understand. But so if you write a code, better way of understanding, so that will be semantically, or that will be semantic element. Because whenever we say semantic, it is not the additional HTML tag or another attribute that we have in HTML. It is just a semantic, maybe even I would say like a systematically, because if you make it stand like a semantic, it's a systematic, so that kind of the English word that systematically, if you write it now compares to div, and you put everything inside div like I did, so that will not be very user friendly. That will not be easy to, if you want to change it back, if you want to debug it, so everything will be tough. But if you made it your like a HTML code in semantic, like you see Google has it like a header, and people another developer see it very developer friendly, and also like a very user friendly. You can see header, and now when they see the header, so definitely this is a header. That will not be at the somewhere that hiding in the text or whatever paragraph, so definitely that will be header. If you put it like semantically or systematically, main, so that will be main, so people understand it. And also the best is a footer. So footer will be at the bottom. So when people see the footer, footer will be every time the footer, so tag is included. Now developer will gonna know, they're gonna look for at the bottom. So if I see footer, so I will not go to the top in my Visual Studio Code or editing, So, but when I want to edit footer, so maybe you have your manager told you that, hey, please go to footer and add more social media icon. And then definitely we will just scroll it down and then look for at the bottom. So that is what semantically or systematically you are writing your HTML codes. That is today we're gonna learn. So like I said, so when we say even Google said with over 100 HTML elements, so we have HTML elements is 100 over. So I want to show you the Mozilla. So the reference that you can Google it. So that will be Mozilla developer here. So as you see on my screen. So when you click reference and go to HTML, and also at the bottom we have this HTML elements. So once you click it, now you can see that a anchor tag, so A for anchor tag, so whenever we say a tag, that will be anchor tag. I mean, you're welcome to learn by yourselves as well. So if you want to, so that will be an internet reference, and I mean, free to learn, so. And then also we have ABBR, even, I mean, we never know. I mean, so there's an area, and these are all the 100 overs HTML elements that we should use it semantically to build our website. I mean, so we have, let's say you want to put it like, let me go back to the Amazon.com. So that will be Amazon.com. So when I press enter, now you can see if you say, let's say I want to buy a Shure mic, so that will be my podcast. So when you click it, now you have a header at the top, menu and everything. So you don't want to put it all the menu and the title, everything at the footer, because it's should have be at a header. And also you have this like a delivery or the pricing, that will be aside. So go back to my Mozilla and we have a site. So a site will be something you like, I mean, like you have a HTML like a writing code that will go to the site. So a site will be, I mean, like to the left or to the right. So because, I mean, like we have a different developers, so they are building the main website and we need to work together. So that will be, I mean, like semantically, systematically, that will be better. So I mean, like, so it depends on you. I mean, like, so you can write it anyhow, like I show you. I mean, even I made a portfolio website that like only div and then there's no header, nothing. So I can build it. Even you can see that the website is work. But like I said, if we are building together, so it should be like systematically or semantically, we should build our website. So okay, so that will be semantic, and I want to show you a few, I mean, elements in writing the semantic, because so that will be better to explain the semantic. So I will go back to my this this tab. I will close it. So that was my portfolio website. So please check out portfolio website tutorial as well. So now back to this. Our index.html, that will be ongoing tutorial. So if you want to like run from your like Visual Studio Code and open in your browser, so simply just right click and open with live server. And also this is a better way for a development environment, because today I'm going to show you a few HTML elements that you use a live server will be better. So let's do it. So open with live server. So that will, I mean, open in my default browser. So I'm using Chrome now. So now, so last week we have learned everything. I will remove it. So like I said, even if right now, so you see that we have a body, we have a H1, P, A, B, R, and it is in our HTML, like in the browser or in the like I mean development environment. Someone is looking for, let's say he wants to change part 1, and then he has to look for, because this is a very short coding, but you might not need it. Just now, like I show you, is you have a different coding, different pages, that will be confusing, and also it's not very user friendly. So back to semantic, I mean, like building our HTML coding in semantically. So to start it, so what I will do is in HTML, so for you is you have to learn. So that will be, you need to like memorize all the HTML elements. So as you can see on my screen, so what are the HTML elements that we can use so that we can build better semantically. So if you do not know aside, let's say we have this aside, And I mean, so here, so we have let me show you the aside. So if you do not know aside, I mean, how you're gonna put it, the I mean like the link or buttons or all the things that, let's say back to Amazon, I mean this like a delivery, like this blog, you want to put it aside, but you do not know, or you I mean like you do not learn aside, so you won't be able to build it. So I would recommend to check this like a Mozilla HTML elements. So what are the attributes? So we have a anchor tag. I will not go through every element, so it will never finish, So these are the HTML elements that we will use it to build systematically, so that it will be user friendly for developers. So back to my, I think I will just like build a simple, I mean like we are now ongoing the HTML tutorial. So what if we build a one simple website for our HTML tutorial, so that it will be better to understand and also to have a copyright free. So to do that, I will start here with the, I mean inside the body. So what we're gonna do is, let's say we will have like a systematically skeleton or structure, so in our body. So to get started, I will just have, so everything we can build, let's say you can say div, so that will be your way to start it out. But like we have, I mean, so we talk about it systematically. So what we're gonna have is that the first thing what I have is I will have a header. So in, I mean like any website, so we're gonna have header is at the top. So definitely we're gonna have like after header. So what we're gonna have is we will have like I mean like main or like an in between section, But to me, I will just have a section. So I will just add the section in between. So that will be like everything inside we're gonna see here. So section, and after the section, so this is how like systematically or semantically we're gonna write our like I mean like, so the welcome to tutorial website, so that you will understand better what is, I mean, semantic and no semantic. So that will be a little bit explanation. So section will be things that we want to put in, like we have a body already, so we're gonna edit like a section for, let's say I have a part 1 tutorial, part 2 tutorial, so that will be our like element inside. So I mean, that will be content inside. So after the section, I mean header section, so the last what we're gonna have is we're gonna have a definitely footer. So now you will see that if you do not know the footer element, you might not know, I mean, how to add the footer element, because you have to learn all the like elements that I show you in Mozilla. So you go back to this page, and then please check out all the elements one by one, so that you will have a better understanding, and then to build your HTML skeleton using, I mean, systematically or semantically, So now we will have this header, section, footer. Now we have just basic structures that we have did. So now what we're gonna have is I will just press one line each, so that we have a little bit visually to get it see better. And also inside the header, so definitely, so what we're gonna have is so header will have I mean, whenever we visit any website, even in our car, so we will have some menu at the top. So that will be, I mean, there will be a like big title, a little bit explanation, and we will have a little bit link. But to me, what we're gonna have is I will just have under header, so we will have one more title. So that will be our H1 title. So I will just put it like simply just build H1 title, because now you see H1 header, so that will be definitely a title in at the top. So you won't go and look for like the title, I mean H1 at the bottom now, because the developer know that header is that will be at the top. So now we have a header H1. And also what we're gonna have is I want to edit a little bit explanation for our header, so that will be our P. So now you see me like I'm just like making my HTML like text, I mean building semantically. So because I don't want to, just quick jump in and just start writing, because I went to like a structure. So one by one. So now we start with header. We have a H1, we have a P, we have a header. So that will be our, so the header and the semantic P element, and also the next one, what we're gonna have is so header and explanation. After that, I want to build like this menu. You can see on my right, so web dev, learn HTML. So that will be my tutorials. Like we are going like part 1, part 2, part 3. So I want to have it a little bit navigation. So when we say navigation in HTML, we have a nav element or nav tag. So so that will be in Mozilla again. So if you go and look for it, so you can see that. So that will be, even we have alphabetically, so now we go to nav, will be nav here. So now we have a nav. Oh, this nav, now we're gonna use it here. So I want to have a part 1, 2, 3 and YouTube link as a navigation. So to do that, I'm gonna put it like a nav. And I'm not doing anything, writing anything, content or text inside, but I'm just simply structuring my HTML element like as semantically, So now nav. So and after nav, what we're gonna have is an inside nav. I want to have a part 1, 2, 3. So to do that in HTML, what we have is another HTML element called unordered list or UL. So that will be unordered list tag. So inside the unordered list tag, what we can have is that we have a li. So that will be another HTML element that we need to learn. And so now you just take a look and just like retype it. It will never remember. If you're very new, to me, honestly. So so we do the tutorials so on YouTube. So not only a creative learner, we have lots of resources, tutorial, even in Google, Mozilla, even YouTube. Plenty of tutorials that make it like a muscle memory. You just practice, and then so that you will become better and then more memorizing. So that will be ULLI. So now you see that. So now we are having systematically when another developer saw this. Oh, we have a header, we have a H1, oh, this is a title, P, oh, this could be a paragraph that explains for H1. Now we have a nav, even for screen reader also, when the screen reader is interpreting our HTML, it's gonna be better. So we have a header, we say nav, we have UL, so definitely they're gonna be more predictable. It's not like a jumping, and then it will not be no semantically will be tough to, even for JavaScript, for CSS, that will be much more accessible, because now we are becoming a front-end web developer. We want to build our coding as user-friendly and accessible, functionable, so that kind of idea. So now li. So inside the li, what I want is I want to add link. I want to link my part 1 video. So to do that, what we have is a tag or anchor tag. So that will be A and press tab key. So now we have this A tag, and then so that will be link, and then maybe part 1 I can link to YouTube, or part 1 I can just simply upload my tutorial. That's the idea. So now we have it. So a little bit structure. So now, like I said, I will have more li, because I have a part 1, part 2, so part 3. So to do that, I will just simply add one more line here. So that will be li. So I just copy it, and then I will paste it here. So that will be li. So another li. Now we have this semantically. Now we're gonna have it. So li. And what if we have one more line for YouTube? So that will be one more li. So that will be YouTube. So now we have structure everything. We're not writing anything, but now semantically we are structuring our HTML. Now we have done the header element, because visually, I don't have a drawing pad, so visually what we're gonna have is, let's say I bring up my notepad, and then don't confuse with the top one. So let's say we're gonna have a header, so that will be a title, and the bottom one is a little bit paragraph. So that kind of the explanation. So so I just want to keep make it more simple. So the other thing what we're gonna have is after the UL, so after the nav, so now we have a little bit long banner. So I want to edit, like you are visualizing yourself that, hey, what if I want to add the picture. That will be a little bit I'm showing people the visitor that tutorial that I have. So to do that now, I mean, like, you will not add inside the nave because it will not be semantically you are structuring, because nave is so developer is already know that nave will be navigator, that will be clickable, that will be something that you so link to another page, another section. So that will be like a developer friendly. So now I see that I will not add my image in nave tag. So definitely I will go to the next line. So that will be my image. So to add the image, so in HTML we have an image tag. So like I said, so that will be another HTML element that we have to learn. So image tag, once you type it, so let me type it again. If you do not know image tag, so that will be img. So in Visual Studio Code, it's very good. Once you type img, it's gonna show you a little bit link, and then you just click from the list, so once you click it, that will include all the image attribute and everything. So now we're gonna show that this is an image I want to see outside of the navigation tag. So now it's a better semantically. And also another thing, what we're gonna have is now that so once the header is done, I want to make it a little bit a line. So what we're gonna have is I want to have a line. So to add the line in our HTML, what we have is a horizontal rule. So but now you might be wondering, hey, I'm not seeing anything, you're just doing yourself. But so this is a word semantically we are building, so that I want to make it any better explanation. I can just start typing, but now you see that my HTML structure is more meaningful, more friendly, and more understandable, and also more systematically we are structuring. So now we got it. So once you have done it, now we will start adding elements or content. So that will be H1. What we're gonna have is that we will say anything. Now you can say, now we have built everything. So now I will just say welcome to HTML tutorial. So that's what we are going right now. So and also welcome to HTML tutorial. So in explanation, now we can say anything. So that will be creative learner. So creative learner. So creative learner, L will be capital. Creative learner has started, maybe just started, has started new HTML tutorials. So that will be tutorials for beginner. So that will be what we are doing right now. So tutorials for beginner, maybe plurals. So that will be beginners. And so I want to link it for beginners, and I want to say that, hey, check out a Creative Learner YouTube channel. So to do that, I want to show you also how to add inline element to link in our HTML, so that we will learn more elements, more HTML tags, and while we are building, So to do that, I will just type more checkout. So creative learner. So that will be same what if the creative learner YouTube channel. So I want to now it's coming YouTube channel, CHANNEL channel, and also check out Creative Learner YouTube channel. So that will be weekly basis. I try my best to do it weekly. So now we have done. And also the other thing I want to show you here. So let's say now in my Visual Studio Code is long, and then I want to make it another line. So if you do it another line, let's say in Photoshop, so we can just enter another line, and then if I save a file, so go back to my this screen that is our index is running. So when I save a file, it will just automatically update. So now you see that when I save the file, we have a welcome to HTML, and also we have a little bit dot because of the UL. Now it's showing nothing, but there will be a UL will be an order list, and then we will have this dot and the bullet. So if you put it instead of the UL, we have another unorders or order. So if you put it OL, so that will be order list. So different elements that we need to learn. So if you edit OL, that will be 1, 2, 3. So that will be another HTML elements that we need to learn and memorize. So for now, we're gonna use it UL. So that will be, most often used for like a navigation or like a nav bar, So now we save it like as a UL, but now we will leave it all the like a dot and all the bullets. So because this so removing the bullets and styling, centering, margin left and right, and all this will be done in CSS. So, but for us, it's like structuring our element and like making systematically like our HTML first. So now we have done. So we say like a creative learner study HTML tutorial and check out creative YouTube channel. So you see that just now I said like I enter it. So go back to my one line. I enter it, and then the browser is not entering, because if I make a bigger screen, now you see that it's not going to the next line. So in HTML, in so in website, or what should I say, in browser, so there's no entering. If you enter it one more time, or how many times you enter it. So in so in HTML, we do not have what we call is a white space. So that will be, HTML will automatically remove all the text that, maybe better say is like content or text that you type, except for the one space, because if you say like checkout, and here we have a one space, and checkout creative, and all in between the, one word and inside the one space, so that will show in our browser. So beside that, so anything you enter it, so you can put it at the bottom. So there will be no entering, nothing. So what we say is, in HTML, technically we call removing the white space, because as a developer, we do not need to enter, we do not need to keep our white space. That will not be useful for, as you're writing a code. That's why in HTML, so one thing we need to know is, so there will be no entering, so no white space. So technically what we say is no white space. So in developer, what we do is that we will just go back to the top, and so what we're gonna keep is that we have this so that will be so here, so it will be same thing that we type, only one space is accepted. So beside that, even I put it a 2, 3 space. Now you see that I check out this, I want to space it more, and then when I save it, so it will not affect to my browser. So the Chrome, Firefox, or whatever, Microsoft Edge, they are not going to acknowledge this space, because so there's what rules, or this what built in HTML, so we cannot put it white space. So that will be, we need to know. So now I remove it. So everything. So in case you need to enter it, so it doesn't matter you enter it or not enter it. So you go to the next line. So that will not affect to our browser. So as you see on my screen. So okay, so that will be removing a white space. So and the other thing. So now you see that the just now I said, now I want to link my YouTube channel as an inline element. So to do that, what we're gonna do is I will make it a little bit bigger screen here. So in a creative learner YouTube channel, so including channel. So I want to make it linkable, clickable. So that will be anchor tag. So how to add the anchor tags inside the, now you see that this is a P element, this is a whole element, but I can add it as an inline element. So to do that, you just simply type A and press tab key. So now you're gonna have an anchor tag. So the anchor tag should be not at the back of the P tag, So that should be, because you are anchoring this creative learner. So that should have to be inside. Before P tag. So I just simply paste my closing A tag and I save it. So now what we're gonna see is that we're gonna see a little bit underline and this HTML default link, styling, So there's a color a little bit different, and YouTube channel here. So now what we're gonna have is that we just simply, now is the time to add our HTML, so the HTTP link, so my YouTube link. So that will be, go back to my YouTube, so that will be YouTube, and I'm going to look for my creative learner, so that will be here. So what if we just look for it, and I will have a creative learner, and now this is the link. So I want to go to this link, so just simply copy the link, and so I will go back to my Visual Studio Code. Now we're gonna edit so in Href. So maybe in part 1, part 2, so I have explained like a tag. So there's an attribute. So in Href, so that will be our linking to the next the URL or next website, or so maybe whatever you call, so that I will paste in my YouTube link here. So now my creative learner is becoming my so clickable, and that will display as a link here. So right now, what if I click it? So I save the file, and then when I click the creative learner, so what we're gonna see is that when you click it, so then now you are going to this creative learner YouTube channel. But you will notice that, so where's my HTML learning page? So it just disappeared because I want to go back. I cannot go back unless I go back with the back arrow, So this is not what I want, and also this is not the way to build. Like I said, we want to be accessible. We want to be user friendly. So to do that, what we're gonna have is in anchor tag or a tag, we can add another attribute. So that will be remaining our homepage index.html that we want to see, and also we want to open a new tab. So to do that, what we have is that we have a target attribute in anchor tag. So that will be target. So inside, what we have is a blank attribute value. So once you add the blank, so what we're gonna see is that now you save your HTML file, index file, and then refresh. Now you click, so it will remain here, and also we're going to have a new tab that what we want. Now it's the Creative Learner YouTube channel is pop up, and then if you don't want it, you just close the tab, and now we are back to our homepage. So that is much more better way, and also this is the way to build. So now we have added in our title is done, a little bit paragraph explanation is done, and also like I said, this is very systematically we build. So this semantically we are building, because once you look at it, header section, we have our title, and once we look at it, there's an explanation, and also nav. Now nav we're gonna have it. So nav will be, like I said, I will have YouTube and one more link, because I want to show you more HTML element usage. We can edit inline, we can edit as another a complete line, so that will be complete HTML element. So that will be here. So what if we say at the top YouTube? So that will be YouTube, and also it's the same thing. What we're gonna have is the same link. We have this link. I could just simply copy from here, just copy, and then href. So in anchor tag, we have this href attribute, so we can paste it. Now, once you save it, you're gonna see YouTube is coming up. It's the same link, but like I said, I want to show you a few technique that you can add your anchor tag and then using your HTML element. So now we have this. YouTube is linked, and also another thing, like I said, I want to add it a part 1. So we have a part 1 tutorial. So just simply type 1, and then another thing. So we have a part 2. So that will be part 2. So now we can see that. Now once you save it, now you see the part 1 and part 2. But now part 1 is not underlined and even not as a link, because we haven't linked our part 1 in our href. So now you can link it same thing to the a Creative Learner YouTube, or you can link it to the another thing. So but for me right now, I will keep it as it is, because I want to show you. Now we have a YouTube, we can go to the next a website or next page, And also I want to show you, if you click part 1, because my idea is I will have part 1 at the bottom and part 2 at the bottom. When we scroll it down, we will have a part 2. So that will be my explanation of the semantically we will build our welcome to HTML tutorial, So I will keep it that way, and also you can put it if you want it. You can put I mean like hashtag or pound sign, you know, so they call it pound sign, or I would better say like a hashtag. So once you save the file, now that will be, and also we have this like a little bit, I mean like we're gonna look it back and then we will link it to the next section. So now you can look at it, I mean like in our website. So you see that we have a title, we have a paragraph, and as a developer, we go back to our like encoding, I mean like so backend. So now we see that things are building systematically. I mean, so what if we want to edit one more element? So it's straight away, we can jump to the nav. So that will be navigation, because you look at it, your browser, that will be at the top with the list. I mean, it seems to be like a navigation. So you just simply come to here and copy, and that will be paste. Now we're going to have a part 3. So I hope you understand it more. If you like it, I mean, if you learn something, please give us a thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe Creative Learner YouTube channel and turn on notifications so that you won't miss like new tutorials are coming. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in next tutorial.